Alright, hey guys, Steven here, and today I'm coming to you on my new channel, Gore, and pretty much I wanted to start doing tutorial videos that are actually kind of realistic, that you can do at home, and that's not insane and crazy. One thing I noticed online is that there are so many tutorials out there where people do all these crazy things to their faces with materials that a lot of people don't have, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna start doing stuff that is pretty much more realistic price-wise, and you know, that you guys can pretty much buy it anywhere that you can, and that's stuff that's affordable. So that's one thing that this channel is going to focus on more, is tutorials that are basic and affordable. Now obviously not everything's going to be a basic and affordable. There are some things I'm going to be using, not today though, probably in the future. Things I'm going to be doing that are a little bit easier to do, stuff that you can do at home, but it's going to require a little bit more advanced level, and you're going to have to do some searching on the internet or wherever you're going to get your materials and supplies from. So yeah. Today I wanted to do a tutorial for you guys that is so basic and so easy that anybody can do it. The stuff I'm going to be using is pretty affordable. You can pretty much get it at any party store nowadays. And it's very easy and very quick to do. I want to make this tutorial kind of quick and easy and kind of fun to do. So hopefully you can stay tuned and keep watching. And today's tutorial is going to be on something that everybody loves doing and everybody loves in general. So the first Gore effect of this channel is going to be basic injury. Basic simulated injury, nothing fancy, very basic. It's something that every makeup artist, special effects wise, should know very well how to do. It's a necessity for most unions, and if you're going to work in a haunted house or on any kind of movie set or something as a special effects artist, it is something that you really need to know how to do the basics of. And a lot of people don't really do it. Yeah, people can do these amazing, awesome effects and with latex and silicone and all this stuff, third degree, whatever. But if you don't know how to do your basic injury stuff, you're gonna have a problem, and it's not gonna look good. So today I want to show you how to do some basic injury stuff with some basic materials, stuff that you can do at home and that's very affordable. So let's go ahead and get started. Two palettes I'm going to be using today are quite affordable, from one of my favorite theatrical makeup brands out there besides Nye, and this is Kryolan. We're going to be using these two palettes, possibly this one, definitely this one. This is their new CFX palette. Kryolan, this is their CFX mini palette. They do have bigger ones. I do have a bigger one with fewer colors, but I'm not using that today. And then I have the Kryolan Dermacolor mini palette. This is like a concealer palette basically, with some really cool colors and adjusters I'm going to be using at the bottom, like reds and adjuster tones. So really awesome. And let's see, for the bruising part we're going to be doing today, for bruising for basic, so for most of the injuries, I'm going to be sticking to my CFX mini color palette. We have red colors, shadows, bruises, and just adjuster colors right here. So this comes a lot in handy. The next ingredient in our amazing tutorial today is going to be one of my favorite and a lot of people's favorite things to use, the Nye Scab Gel, Scab Blood, whatever you want to call it. This is the Fresh Scab, and it is disgusting and awesome, as you can see. And this stuff is very affordable, so if you want to get some, you can, some party stores do have it. You can get it online. It's like 20 bucks for the size, probably less if you get it off of eBay or something. And then the last thing I want to show you, well, the first thing I'm going to use today, since we are using a lot of grease paints and stuff, I want to get a good primer on my face, so that way it will stick to my face and blend in well. So right now I just have the Nyx spray First Base primer spray, cheap from Ulta or whatever you can get it from. You can use any primer. I just use the spray on because it's just fast and easy for me, and I don't really care for primers that much. The only reason I do it is because we're going to be blending a lot of colors together today, so it is important to prime your face for something like this, because we're going to be doing bruises and cuts and scrapes and stuff, which require a lot of layering. So I'm just going to put it down just to be safe. And some of the tools we're going to be using today: basic fan brushes, alright, basic makeup spatula for the Scab Gel, and then other makeup brushes, which I will go through in this tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, real quick, I'm just going to apply a very quick base of this foundation from Nyx all over my face. Nothing fancy. I'm going to let that dry. So while that dries, let me go ahead and get my brushes ready. Do some bruising and some outlining some base tones first with the CFX palette. All right, we're gonna hop right into the bad boy. So, all right, so I usually use eyeshadow brushes for bruising because it works so much better. And this is my London Brush Company. This is one of the eyeshadow brushes in their basic synthetic kit. And I'm just going to, I have a mirror right here, so I'm gonna look off camera just to apply because I don't have room for a mirror behind the camera. So I'll just try to do the left side of my face so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, I want to go ahead and start with the right here, the Bruise Red color, Bruise number 3 in the Kryolan CFX palette. Alright, so as you can see, this is just a little bit of red and already it looks pretty much good to go. We are going to add a little more color though. We're going to make this an intense bruise. Like, I just got punched in the face really bad. So I'm going to kind of work my way up around the eye some more and into my eye just a little bit. But this is just from the red. The Kryolan, these Kryolan colors, I have so many Kryolan products. These Kryolan super colors are absolutely incredible. And I only used a little bit of this Bruise Red, and you can see, like, it's just, it spreads so nicely. It's so pigmented and so heavy and so heavily colored that it's super easy to spread. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue around the eye with some of this Bruise Red, and then I'm going to add some more colors. Alright guys, so can I get the outline right there? It's looking nice, I think so. Yeah? Alright, so what we're going to go in with some more bruise. This time I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Bruise Yellow number. It's called Bruise number 4 in this palette right here on the end. It's like a light yellow, like a really matted yellow, like a nasty infected kind of yellow. We're going to go around the bruise and just add some slight yellow tint to it, and just splashy areas. You don't want to do too much of this everywhere. I'm just gonna add it just in a few places. Alright, so you can kind of see how the yellow kind of really lightened up that red, just a little bit, just around the corners. Okay, I'm not going to go too much in the middle. I'm about to go under my eye with it, but you don't want to add too much yellow. That's what a lot of people do when they do bruises. They add way too much yellow, way too much purple, way too much blue, whatever color you're using. And what tends to happen is you're bringing all of the red down. You're washing out that red, and you're adding too much of those the undertones that are just kind of like, it's not letting you see the real color of the bruise. It's starting to look more like just like a purple, like a sore or something. If you're doing sores, yeah, that's add more deeper colors. Yeah, that's great. But we're doing just a light bruise, We're doing just a bruise with lighter colors, and so we don't really want to focus too much on the lighter colors. We want to bring out the reds. I really want to bring out these reds in this color because this is like a fresh kind of like punch, like it just happened like last night, and you went to bed overnight and it just kind of like swollen up or something. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more shadowing with the red under my eye and fix some more yellow around my eye, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so as you can see I kind of added a deep red like right here just to kind of help balance this side out. And now I want to switch to the purple. So the Bruise number 1 in this palette. It's a really fantastic purple color. I'm still using the same brush, by the way. Notice I haven't switched any brushes because this is a basic tutorial. And I want to it's very basic. We're not gonna be using 10 different brushes to do this effect. It's kind of insane. We're not doing this for a movie. We're just doing this for fun. Some of you professional, but. So the purple just kind of adds that depth again to the bruise. So I add some purple like right under my eye and right in the corner of my eye as well. Alright guys, so we're kind of getting there a little bit. Can't really see that well. Alright, so I'm just going to come bring this over around the nose a little bit. So one thing a lot of people just forget a lot of times when they're doing any kind of effects makeup or just makeup in general is that your finger usually will help you blend out a lot of stuff in the makeup if you can't get it with your brush. So I do have a mirror behind the camera, so I'm looking behind the camera, but your finger does help a lot in creating a basic bruise effect like this. Kind of looks like just got like I was looking through the lens of a camera and somebody just like bashed the camera in my face. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do basic right now. I'm not going to too much more detail with this because this is just like a very like a light basic bruise. I'm not going to make it all heavy and splotchy. We're going to do some more bruising around the face. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going with just a little bit of the purple now, and right in the crack of my mouth, alright? Alright, so basic effect like that, as you can see, the purple really brought out that color right here in the crease. And I have facial hair, so you can't really see it that well, but it does look pretty cool. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another bruise, probably like right here, maybe, we'll see. Let's go in with just a little bit of the bruise red. So as you guys can see, just with the basic bruise red, we have just a really cool effect just like that. I don't have to add too much more to it. And I'm going to do something on my forehead now, and I'm going to switch to a different brush for this, alright? In the second part of this. So I'm going to use this brush, and I'm also going to be using a fine detail. This is an eyeliner brush from London Brush Company. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I just did here, but on my forehead. I'm not going to make it as heavy, I'm just going to do a very, very light version of it. Alright, we're going to do that kind of like right and left. Focus on the left side of the face, and then we'll work on the right, maybe, later. Alright, so now going in with my detail brush, I'm going to be switching colors just real quick. Kryolan, the Dermacolor palette. Alright, this is the D2 style palette, by the way. I'm going to go in with the D31 and the D32. More D31 than D32, but I'm going to use these two. This is a rose color and a dark red. This is a little bit fresher color than what is in that palette. And I'm just going to kind of go in and start making just kind of like a cut. Now I'm switching back to the CFX palette. I'm going to go in back with this bruised red with the fine detail brush. I'm going to make it kind of heavy. I'm just going to make one straight line like that. Alright, so there we go. Cool enough, good enough. And the alcohol palette's something that's a lot better, but we're not gonna be using that. I promised basic and simple effects. That's what we're gonna be doing today. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in. I have some of the paint on my finger. I just kind of wiped it off my finger with the brush. Off the brush. All I'm gonna do now is just kind of do some just very basic minor just like splashing everywhere on the skin, just to kind of break up the skin a little bit. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to switch to... But we're almost done. Almost done. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to take a fan brush. I'm going to take my smaller one. Alright, this guy. I'm going to run it through this Bruise Red again. My favorite color is Bruise Red. I just have it in everything. Alright, so now we're going to be doing some minor scratches. Alright guys, so that's pretty much, so I did kind of like two different like effects that kind of, I killed two birds with one stone, I guess. So right here we have bruising and basic, kind of like basic injuries. Then we have like a whole bunch of like scratches on the side. Obviously this doesn't really make sense. I just did like a left and a right side of the face, so. Now we're gonna go into our scab gel, the fun stuff, the nastiness. Look at that, nice and shiny. So the way I apply this is with my makeup spatula. It's the best way to do it, especially with cuts. You could use a very fine paintbrush as well, or makeup brush, whatever, but I find the makeup spatulas work best. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some on the very end like this, like looks like a bloody knife kind of, and I'm gonna pick a cut and I want to kind of like press, and I want to go like this on the skin, right? Just like that. And if you do this, it creates one straight continuous line. Like that, and you just do multiple times and it looks like a fresh wound, just like that. So that's my tip for you guys. So using this stuff, you do want to be careful not to go overboard with it though, because you can definitely go overboard with it. But look how awesome that looks, just like that. So now you can take a whole bunch and go over. I'm not going to do everything on my face, but to make it look more realistic and make it look freshly scratched, you can obviously add a whole bunch of this to like every single cut and make it awesome looking. But I'm not going to be doing that. Alright guys, finished look. I'm not going to do too much more because I'm just going way overboard with this. So I have basically a basic injury on this, bruising, minor cuts, like major cuts, minor cuts like that. On this side I have a whole bunch of scratch marks and stuff. They've just been like dragged across the road or something. So now, both together, two different effects, kind of like in the same field, literally stitched together on the face. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and definitely subscribe to this channel, new channel. Awesome videos coming this way in the next few weeks before I move to Los Angeles. And yeah, go check out my Facebook page, Stitching Effects, for some of the past tutorials I've done, the live tutorials I've done. And if you're interested, go like the page because why not? It's me. And then make sure to like subscribe. I think that's everything. And check out some more work on my Instagram page, StephenLH, StephenLH on Instagram. And until next time, hopefully tomorrow, I will see you guys later.